Hey, what's going on, guys? So, there's another Olight sale going on. Surprise, surprise. There's actually a ton to talk about here, but I'm going to try to make this kind of short. The biggest thing that I'm super excited about is the EDC organizer, all right, which has a new knife in it, which we're going to look at in a second, and an upgraded version of their O-Pen Mini. This is the blue one that I've been loving for a long time, but now I actually have a brass one that's available. And the brass one's super cool because this one, being aluminum and being so small, I mean, it weighs nothing. It's literally, it's not even there. Like, you can't even notice if you add this to your EDC. If you happen to be like super into ultralight, you know, EDC gear, this is for you. All right, 1000%. I don't know if I even have a lighter pen or have ever had a lighter pen. This one has some heft to it, which obviously if you're used to this one, that might seem like it's heavy, but it's not heavy to me. I actually like the heft. I think it's super cool. Plus, I mean, the brass is nice. It will obviously tarnish. Keep that in mind. If you want it to be nice and shiny, you got to keep it polished, but I think that'd be a little bit too much maintenance for most people. But anyway, super simple, little bolt action pen, works really well. So as far as this organizer goes, I've been EDCing this lately with the new knife and the pen. All right, the knife is called the Freeze, which is super neat for all the Wharncliffe fans out there. This one has a super pointy point on it. All right, green aluminum. Ergos are really good. A little bit of jimping on the back here. All right, liner lock. No blade play at all. Super smooth, little flipper on the back. Shoots out really fast. Just works really well. But yeah, as far as the EDC organizers, it's kind of cool that this is literally completely different. Obviously, we have the Olight theme going on here, so it's only fitting that you have a Olight in here as well, which I normally do. I took it out for this video, but I do have the i3T EOS, a blue one, all right, so that it's kind of like a whole theme here. One thing I will mention is that this pocket here is pretty much dedicated for a small or like half-size pen, like these mini or O-Pen minis, because when you start filling these out, like when you get any kind of EDC organizer, right, and it's flat, you look at it and you think like, yeah, this is gonna be nice and compact, and oh, I could fit something like this wide. Once you put something in there, it starts bulking up and it narrows quite a bit. And then you put something else in here and then it's still kind of flat. Like when I have the two items here, put the knife back in and the pen back in, all right, it's still relatively flat, but once you start putting something in the back, like I have the flashlight, it actually puffs up quite a bit and it makes these pockets even more narrow. All right, so just something to keep in mind there. But yeah, I mean, the organizer is super cool. It did come with the little rubber patch on the front, the Olight patch, which is kind of neat, something a little bit different. But yeah, I love the Freeze, very cool newer model. They do have a newer version, which I didn't even open yet. This is the Warrior Mini 3. All right, I was a fan of the Mini 2. They just upgraded it. You can look at the details on the website there if you want. Now for this go around, these are the freebies. All right, there is a pinwheel version of the i1R2 Pro. All right, very cool light. All right, it's amazing how bright these things can be in such a small package here. When you unscrew this, we have the charging port. It's on a little spring. All right, but you're not gonna lose that top, which is really nice. But yeah, the little pinwheel pattern for all the collectors out there who wants to get all the variations and the colors and stuff. That is for you know, when you place an order. But if you happen to be new and you want to sign up, this is going to be the freebie. This is really cool. This is the i3E EOS, and this has one mode. So now they have an option for a super tiny keychain light that's just on-off. Really simple. All right, this one's also in this orange color, and you can see the differential little, you know, marks in there, those lines. That's how you can kind of tell the difference between some of these models. Like, I get a lot of these confused. There's so many numbers and letters to remember, but you know, like for example, the i5T EOS, right? That was the original, the single AA flashlight. I absolutely love that. Then they have the i5R, which is rechargeable, and I bring this up all the time, but they did like a little wave pattern on the back end of it. So like visually, I can tell the difference between those two models. Now, I also want to talk about these Gobers. These are nothing new, all right? I actually just got these, the blue one. So this has two on here. Now, one little complaint is that it only comes with one pocket clip. I guess the idea is that you would have this, you know, on a keychain somewhere attached to something. If you want to take one off, you can use the single clip on here and obviously clip it to something. You know, there's two lights. I would think they would come with two clips. Excuse me. There's no lips involved here. But one thing I did want to mention that was kind of cool that my wife did with hers, because I grabbed these two in the background. These my wife uses all the time, and these are actually an upgrade for her from this light, which is made by Phoenix, the E-Light. All right, so the purpose that she use this for, like on a fanny pack or something, taking a walk around the block, it's a little bit, you know, dim light. That's what we use these Gobers for. Now I had to grab this from my wife because this is her setup, and she's actually using the AirPods right now. But she has the double set of the orange connected to her AirPods. Now what's kind of cool about this is that she put an air tag inside the holder here. All right, so it's kind of like a little hidden spot that's, you know, I guess it's just wasted space, but she actually has her air tag in here so she can find her headphones when she needs them. I thought that was a super cool idea, so I actually got this blue set so I could do something very, very similar for myself. So I just want to share that little tip there. I thought that was super, super cool. I give her a lot of credit. She's extremely creative and comes up with stuff like that all the time. But anyway, you know how these sales go. I mean, there's just a ton of stuff always. I'm very excited to try the Warrior 3. Again, just an upgraded version, but as you can see, I didn't even touch it yet. Just been carrying the you know, pocket organizer and trying out the new knife. The pen, like I said, it works just as good as the old one. I kind of like the idea of keeping a blue theme, so I might actually put the original in here, and I want to put this brass one, which in my opinion works a lot better with like a leather setup. It's just going to look really nice. So the brass will end up going into one of my leather EDC organizers. The blue will go in here, and as much as I like this new freeze, I will put a blue, this, you know, be a whole blue Olight type theme. So I'll put a blue folder in here. It's got to be one of the O knives, of course. And obviously I'm going to slip in on the fatter end here, probably again that blue i3T EOS, unless I could find maybe a i5R in blue. I'm not sure offhand if I have one. But yeah, so that'd be like a whole little theme there. So you guys know how this goes. If you're going to be buying these Olights, definitely get them during their sales. That's when you get all the discounts. That's when all the new products come out. They have that tier system, so if you are a member, you know, of course, as you climb those ranks and start, you know, buying more stuff, you get earlier and earlier access. There's you know, pros and cons, of course. It kind of stinks for the people who like to collect certain things from the company, but they don't spend big bucks. I mean, some people, I've seen collections on their Facebook page. People spend tens of thousands of dollars on flashlights. Like, that is insane. Even if I had that money to spend on flashlights, I'm not sure if my collection would be that extensive. But unfortunately, for the general public, when, you know, these sales come out and they have these new products, or especially if they have a limited product, I mean, they're gone before it's even open to the public. That's why so many people are becoming members and trying to get in on these sales early, those initial, you know, pre-release type things. But yeah, I mean, if you're just kind of looking, you can always look on the secondary market, but a lot of people, they get this stuff and they end up flipping it, which again is also unfortunate because you're to pay a higher price for stuff. But that is one of the benefits of you know, having a membership on there and being a VIP, is to get early access to some of these things. But it's kind of hit and miss, just depends on the products. But anyway, tons of new stuff, as there always is. This is their big summer sale. All right, so, you know, if you check the website, you'll see a ton more stuff. Whenever I make these videos and talk about it a little bit, it's just a little glimpse into it. There's always tons and tons of stuff that I haven't even seen myself. The knives are always number one for me, but, you know, knives. I use a lot of knives. It's fun when there's other stuff like this. Like, I am a huge fan of the pocket organizer, and this one just has a totally different feel. The material, the colors, the boldness of it. I carry a lot of, you know, leather, and to me, it's kind of classy and cool. This obviously is lighter and just has a totally different feel and stuff. And because this whole front here is Velcro, obviously, you know, if you have any of your Olight patches, you can rotate those out in your EDC as well. So that's super cool. Also, I didn't mention it, but the freeze, the reason I have the case here is because it did come with a challenge coin. And it's kind of weird, these, you know, Olight products, some of these knives are coming with the patches instead of the coins. And then I have another knife that I got from Obuy, and that one didn't come with anything. I'm not sure why. But anyway, this freeze does have a challenge coin. So I wanted to share that as well for all the people who do collect this type of stuff. Super cool. So anyway, that's it. If you got any new Olight stuff recently, post it down in the comment section. Love to see what you got. So hopefully you guys have an awesome day, and I'll see you tomorrow with a brand new video. Take care.